Hi there! My name is Sarah Nadell, and I serve as ShellPoint's Communications Manager and the editor of ShellPoint Life magazine. I'm here to tell you about just a few of the events, programs, and stories that you'll find in the May issue of ShellPoint Life magazine. As you know, ShellPoint's more than 700-acre campus is bursting with lifestyle amenities, resident life programming, social clubs, special interest groups, restaurants, cafes, swimming pools, the list goes on. With so much to see and do, we thought it might just help to have a quick refresher in the form of this issue's special focus, a campus guide that offers a helpful overview of ShellPoint's 5 neighborhoods beginning on page 8. You'll also find maps that'll take you inside the community's busiest hubs of activity on pages 12, 20, and 24. As you navigate the ShellPoint campus, the interactive online map described on page 29 may help you find your way. Turn to page 34 for a primer on how to get around using ShellPoint transportation, and get a taste for resort-style dining on page 32. Plus, what is life at ShellPoint without a quick peek at the incredible activity groups, volunteer opportunities, and dynamic programming that make the community such a fun, wonderful place to live and work? Beginning on page 36, you'll find a summary of the highly attended Lifestyle Expo that took place in March. Another recent event that celebrated ShellPoint residents was the Volunteer Appreciation Event. It gave ShellPoint an opportunity to thank the hardworking volunteers for all they do to support the community, and photos from the enjoyable evening can be found on pages 6 and 7. But there's so much more to be grateful for. ShellPoint received 2 recent donations that resulted in the purchase of 2 much-needed specialized vehicles. The first is a van for the SBTV team that will allow the camera crew to transport equipment up and down ShellPoint Boulevard regardless of inclement weather. The other is a specially outfitted bus for the Larson Pavilion that can transport up to 5 wheelchairs, a luxury that'll allow Pavilion residents to take off-campus trips and greatly enrich activities programming for these residents. Read more about these generous gifts on page 58. And don't forget to meet our cover models, Harold Roth and Wilma Sanders of Royal Bonnet. This dynamic duo wasted no time in getting involved at life at ShellPoint, despite moving into their apartment just 8 months ago. Turn to page 56 to read about their favorite pastimes and commitment to wellness. Speaking of wellness, another group of residents recently headed to Honduras on a medical missions trip accompanied by ShellPoint's own medical director, Dr. Gary Goforth. Lucina resident Kate Sullivan shares her recollections from the trip on pages 64 and 65. Beyond that, there's plenty to keep you occupied during May. The new summer concert series will kick off with a concert by Noah Waddell, described on page 3, along with the entire summer concert lineup. The Academy of Lifelong Learning is also back in session with classes on art, the environment, current affairs, technology, and more, all starting on page 54. ShellPoint dining venues are offering several special dining experiences for the upcoming Mother's Day and Memorial Day holidays. Details about the menu, pricing, and dining hours are located on page 5. And of course, you won't want to miss the happening section, which starts on page 42. This summer is going to be buzzing with activity, so this is a great place to start if you're looking to plan out your social calendar for May. Finally, if you have story ideas or suggestions, don't hesitate to contact the editor by calling 239-454-2055. As always, thank you for tuning into SBTV, and we'll see you next month on Between These Pages.